The encounter between Nian and Kang. In a small village at the foot of a mountain, the bustling spring market was filled with the sounds of vendors calling out, laughter, and lively chatter. At the center of the village, a martial arts stage had been set up, surrounded by hundreds of curious onlookers. Nian, dressed in a soft pink outfit that radiated elegance and youthfulness, stood on the stage and spoke in a clear voice.
Today, I, Nian, am hosting this competition to find a worthy husband. Someone not only skilled in martial arts, but also virtuous and honorable.
Her words stirred a wave of excitement among the crowd, and many young martial artists eagerly stepped forward to participate, the beginning of the competition. Many contestants came to challenge her, but Nian effortlessly countered their moves with her masterful techniques. By late morning, a young man in a green robe, exuding a relaxed and confident demeanor, stepped onto the stage. It was young Kang, disguised as a refined scholar.
Miss Mew, I dare not compete for your hand, but I would like to test whether your skills truly live up to the rumors.
Young Kang said, his tone laced with playful teasing, causing Nian to frown slightly. I replied.
If you wish to test me, please proceed.
Nian replied, her gaze unwavering. The martial arts duel. The two squared off, with the audience cheering loudly around them. Young Kang began with swift, agile moves as if testing Nian's focus. She smiled faintly, easily dodging his attacks.
So your moves seem more like a game than a serious challenge?
Nian teased. Realizing his opponent was not easy to defeat, Yang Kang switched to his unique technique, the hidden dragon shadows, attacking from multiple directions. The audience held their breath in suspense. Nian tilted her head slightly, her bright eyes discerning the complexity of Yang Kang's martial arts. She responded with returning wind reversal, a technique that combined defense with counterattacks, forcing Yang Kang to step back in surprise. The final strike. After an intense exchange, Yang Kang suddenly shifted his strategy. No longer relying solely on speed or intricate moves, he adopted a close-range combat style, putting constant pressure on Nian. With the sudden use of serpent shadow steps, he executed a deceptive move that caught her off guard. And when I say rushing,
be careful, Miss Mew.
Yang Kang warned, a self-assured smile on his face. Nian tried to evade, but Yang's heavy moves swept her legs unexpectedly, causing her to lose balance. As she fell, he swiftly grabbed one of her shoes, holding it firmly as he stepped back. The crowd gasped in astonishment. Nian, both angry and embarrassed, stood up and adjusted her posture.
Sir, what is the meaning of this? Return my shoe at once.
Yang Kang smirked and replied,
This shoe is the reward for the victor. If you wish to reclaim it, you'll have to come and take it yourself.
Nian clenched her teeth, her eyes flashing with anger, but she knew she had lost. She sighed, bowed her head, and said,
"You've won. But now that you have, will you not honor your word and accept my hand in marriage? We are to be married the second half of April and June this year."
Young Kang's smile faded. He gazed deeply into Moon Yanqi's clear eyes and slowly replied,
Miss Mew, your beauty and talent are admirable, but marriage is a lifelong commitment. I cannot bind myself to such a decision made through a mere competition. My apologies. So that's I'm sorry. I was just going to hint.
With that, Yang Kang turned and walked away, still holding the shoe, his steps light and unburdened. Moon Yanxi stood motionless in the middle of the stage, her expression a mix of shock and humiliation. The murmurs of the crowd swirled around her, but she paid no attention. Her heart was a tangle of anger and disappointment, yet somewhere deep within, a strange curiosity about this enigmatic young man began to take root. A man, so, to she silently vowed,
"Yan Kang, you may have won, but you are a heartless man. We shall meet again."
the surrounding scenery. As the sun began to set, golden light bathed the stage, casting a romantic yet melancholic atmosphere. Petals from the nearby mountains, cherry blossoms fluttered in the breeze, complementing Nian's soft pink outfit and Yang Kang's scholarly aura. The story between them did not end here. This was merely the beginning of a tragic love story, where affection and pride intertwined, penetrated into the distant past.
The encounter between Mu Nianxi and Yang Kang. 1. Bustling, full of energetic and noisy activity. Example: the spring market was bustling with vendors and excited visitors. 2. Curious, eager to know or learn something. Example: the curious Hyairisa, unknown girl's witch. Example: Mu Nianxi sought a husband who was not only skilled but also virtuous. 4. Effortlessly, without difficulty or struggle. Example: Mu Nianxi effortlessly countered the attacks of her challengers. 5. Disguised, concealing one's true identity. Example: Yang Kang appeared on stage disguised as a refined scholar. 6. Teasing, playfully provoking or making fun of someone. Example: Yang Kang spoke with a teasing tone that made Mu Nianxi frown. 7. Counter attacks, an attack made in response to an enemy's attack. Example: she used her technique of returning wind reversal to launch counterattacks. All of the dots disintegrated into a shower of different colors. The lines all moved in one direction simultaneously. 8. Deceptive, giving an impression different from the truth, misleading. Example: Yang Kang's deceptive move caught Mu Nianxi off guard. 9. Humiliation, a feeling of shame or embarrassment. Example: Mu Nianxi's defeat left her with a sense of humiliation. 10. Enigmatic, mysterious and difficult to understand. Example: Mu Nianxi felt a strange curiosity about the enigmatic young man. 11. Melancholic, feeling or expressing sadness. Example: The golden sunset added a melancholic touch to the stage after the duel. 12. Tragic, involving extreme distress or sorrow. Example, their story marked the beginning of a tragic love affair. 13. Commitment, a pledge or promise to do something inevitable. Example, Kang refused to make a lifelong commitment based on the competition. 14. Embroidery, decorative stitching on fabric. Example, Nian's pink robe was adorned with intricate floral embroidery. 15. Virtue, behavior showing high moral standards. Example, the crowd admired Nian's virtue as well as her martial arts skill.
Phrases with definitions and examples from the story. The encounter between Nian and Kang. 1. Stirred a wave of excitement. Caused a lot of enthusiasm or interest. Example, Nian's announcement stirred a wave of excitement among the crowd. 2. Step forward. To take action or volunteer. Example, many martial artists eagerly step forward to challenge her. 3. Test the waters. To try something to see if it would be successful or accepted. Example, Kang decided to test the waters by challenging Nian. 4. Held their breath. Waited anxiously or in suspense. Example, the audience held their breath as the duel became intense. 5. Caught off guard, surprised, or unprepared. Example, Nian was caught off guard by Kang's sudden deceptive move. 6. Lose balance. Nian caused her to lose balance and fall. 7. Pay no attention. To ignore or not notice. Example, despite the murmurs of the crowd, Nian paid no attention. 8. Take root, to begin to develop or grow. Example, a strange curiosity about Kang began to take root in Nian's heart. 9. Bind oneself to something, to commit oneself to a promise or responsibility. Example, Kang refused to bind himself to a decision made through the competition. 10. Light and unburdened. Free from worry or guilt. Example, Kang walked away with steps that seemed light and unburdened. 11. Nourished by pride, sustained or fueled by a sense of dignity or self-respect. Example, Nian's vow was nourished by pride after her defeat. 12. Fluttered in the breeze. Moved lightly and quickly in the wind. Example, cherry blossom petals fluttered in the breeze, adding beauty to the scene. 13. Golden light bathed, covered or illuminated with a warm golden glow. Example, the golden light bathed the stage as the sun began to set. 14. Not in here. Indicating that the story or event will continue. Example, their encounter would not end here as destiny had more in store for them. 15. Lead to future encounters, to result in meeting again in the future. Example, their duel marked the beginning of a relationship that would lead to future encounters. And now